Is it true that Jungkook looks sad because of Jimin? What makes the army angry to the point of being enigmatic? Come on, check it out and let us know what you think. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Have you ever felt glued to staring at a screen just to see one moment that makes your heart flutter and your mind fill with questions? That's what happened recently among the army, BTS's notoriously loyal and passionate fan community. A short video clip showing Jungkook looking sad, or at least showing a far from usually bright and energetic expression, circulated quickly and caused a wave of speculation. What exactly happened? Why is the army so angry, and what does that have to do with Jimin? These questions become a common thread that hangs in the air, inviting heated discussions and horrendous theories. Before we go any further, I invite you to join the discussion. What do you think of Jungkook's reaction? Is this something to worry about? Don't forget to click the like button if you are also curious, write your comments below, and subscribe for the latest updates around the most horrendous BTS news. BTS is known for the cohesiveness and warmth between the members that is always implied in every interaction. However, a short video from an event that recently went viral shows Jungkook with an unusually somber look. His face, which usually exuded a bright smile and youthful spirit, now looked different. There are those who judge that the look on his face shows a deep sadness, as if he is storing something heavy. Some fans noticed that these changes appeared to occur after certain moments in the video, leading to speculation that there may be something going on behind the scenes. And that speculation led to one familiar name, Jimin. However, did Jimin really cause Jungkook's mood to change? Or is this just an assumption from the outside carried away by the emotions of fans? The reaction of the ARMY community itself was quite diverse, but one thing that was clear was the anger and concern that exploded. Many have questioned, is there a conflict between BTS members? Or maybe the pressure of work and a very busy schedule made Jungkook have a hard time. Moreover, rumors and gossip about minor disagreements between members are often the subject of heated conversations, although they usually still show professionalism and close friendship on social media. Hashtags related to Jungkook's video immediately became trending. ARMY, who felt very close to Jungkook, even to the point of feeling very disappointed and angry, hoped for official clarification from the agency or the members. In this atmosphere full of speculation, various theories have also emerged ranging from the plausible to the very dramatic. Some guess that there may be mental health pressures. Others attribute these changes to personal relationships between members. Jimin's name became the center of attention, not separated from several interactions captured on camera, which, when viewed in passing, may cause question marks. However, keep in mind, the closeness and strong chemistry between Jungkook and Jimin has been one of the main attractions of BTS. Is it possible that this is a misunderstanding or overinterpretation of the fans? Jimin himself has not given an official statement regarding this news. However, loyal fans continue to monitor every movement and statement that appears, hoping that this is all just a misunderstanding that will soon be revealed and straightened out. Often we forget that behind the sparkling stage, BTS class artists face no small pressure. Tight schedules, high expectations, and constant public attention can be a heavy burden, especially when the whole world is staring and expecting perfection. It could be that Jungkook's sad expression was a reflection of that pressure, not an interpersonal problem with Jimin. On various occasions, BTS has also been open about the importance of mental health and supporting each other. This could be a reminder to fans that every human being has a fragile side, and that attention and understanding are most needed during difficult times. Big fandom phenomena like ARMY are often filled with various theories, speculations, and dramas that are sometimes far from reality. It is easy to relate one small incident to something large and complex. Perhaps this is one example of how great love and care can turn into excessive anxiety. Meanwhile, the agency and the members tend to be professional and not too open space for gossip. Thus, without official information, it will be very difficult to verify what really happened. In a world where all the personal details can be scattered in just a matter of minutes, maintaining a balance between being a loyal fan and respecting the personal space of the artists is very important. Jungkook and Jimin, like any other human being, have the right to experience difficult times without necessarily always being public consumption. It is not easy for the ARMY to resist worry and curiosity. But positive support and empathy will be much more valuable than negative speculation. On different platforms, The reaction of fans has been very diverse. Some expressed deep concern, some tried to calm and remind not to be easily provoked by gossip, and some tried to create positive content as a form of support. Their conversation shows how strong the emotional bond is between fans and idols. One of the comments that often comes up is the hope that all BTS members are healthy and happy, because that is the most important thing. However, behind the sympathy and support that continues to flow, there is another side that is no less shaking. Some observers and fans are more keenly looking at this phenomenon than just ordinary mood swings. Some dare to raise a controversial issue. Could there be serious cracks in the dynamics of a group that has been seen as a harmonious family? What if Jungkook's grief was not just a personal matter, but a reflection of a much more complicated internal conflict? Issues like this certainly fuel the fire of rumors that are getting bigger. Not a few began to question the management of the agency and how the pressure they put on the members. Was the agency too harsh, or was there favoritism that led to an imbalance in treatment between members? If it's true that Jungkook looks sad because of Jimin, does it indicate that there is something unhealthy in their relationship? Or is it just part of an exaggerated fan drama? More provocatively, some fans voiced suspicion of internal sabotage that was deliberately made to create controversy in order to increase popularity and engagement on social media. As the news spread, more wild and baseless claims emerged. Some have accused one of the members of deliberately displaying a fragile side to provoke fans' sympathy and silence critics. These allegations certainly divided the ARMY community, which has been known to be very solid. Heated debates took place in online forums, where each camp attacked the other with arguments that sometimes felt like psychological warfare. Not infrequently, this feud even makes the relationship between fans become fractured and creates toxic fandom that damages BTS's own image. Even worse, this issue provokes bold speculation and often touches the personal sphere, such as rumors circulating that there is considerable psychological pressure from one member to another, or the existence of hidden competition that has been hidden tightly. There were even unfounded accusations that there was unhealthy behavior in their relationship, which were clearly unconfirmed and certainly very sensitive. Things like this certainly raise a big question. To what extent do fans have the right to pry into the personal lives of their idols? And is the real reality more complicated and dark than it seems? While the agency remains tight-lipped, the members maintain professionalism, but these small signs leaked to the public are enough to make wild speculation even wilder. It's not just about a sad Jungkook, but about how the harsh entertainment industry and endless expectations can destroy their humanity. Perhaps someone also sees the other side of the issue. Is this a signal that the freedom of expression and private space of artists is narrowing? Does social pressure and the demands of expectations from fans and the media cause them to have to hide their true side for the sake of a perfect image? If so, do fans care enough about their idols' mental well-being, or does it add to the burden? In an atmosphere that is already very hot and full of speculation, it is natural that many parties feel the need to question the honesty of what is presented in front of their eyes. Is Jungkook really sad because of the problem with Jimin? Or is this a trick of the media and management to maintain their popularity? Is that a hidden way to keep fans glued and engagement increasing? This question is certainly not easy to answer and opens up space for conspiracy theories that are increasingly wild and disturbing, despite all the controversies and accusations. The most important thing is to keep in mind that behind the glare of the cameras and the glitter of the stage, they are human beings who deserve respect and privacy. However, with the proliferation of rumors and gossip that cannot be confirmed, as this story continues to roll on, one thing is inevitable: speculation is getting wilder and viewpoints are getting more polarized. Many are beginning to question the motives behind all this. Is it true that Jungkook and Jimin are involved in a personal conflict? Or is this a trap of the agency's clever marketing strategy? In the entertainment world, controversy often fuels the flames of popularity, and BTS is no exception. However, imagining that someone's genuine feelings could be exploited for commercial gain certainly sparked anger and deep disappointment from the fans who truly loved them. More than that, accusations that led to the internal drama of fellow members began to spread on various social media. Some dare to say that the friendship that looks warm in front of the camera is just a thin mask to mask the friction that is actually sharper and more painful. Issues that have so far only been whispers are now beginning to be revealed openly, even without concrete evidence. Ironically, this has led to a new conflict among the fans themselves, who are divided between wanting to maintain the sacred image of their idol and accepting the bitter reality that may be happening. Not only that, but a much more provocative, controversial narrative emerged. Some alleged that Jungkook's seemingly sad behavior was not just a matter of relationships between members, but related to the tremendous pressure that came from the demands of the entertainment world and a private life that was open to the public. This raises big questions about the limits of privacy and mental health of celebrities. Are they just puppets who should always look perfect, or mere mortals who deserve to have room for sadness and anxiety? Allegations that the agency pressured them to cover up real problems and continue to spin in a relentless cycle of hard work added to the tension among fans who began to realize the harshness of reality behind the scenes. There are also those who mention that this problem can be more complicated and rooted in the dynamics of power within the group itself. Do any members feel left out or underappreciated? Is jealousy and rivalry secretly developing between them? If so, it could be a huge explosion that shakes the solid foundations that the public has always believed in. This debate provoked a deepening controversy, even to the point of touching on sensitive issues such as mental health, artistic integrity, and fan loyalty. More provocatively, some have begun to link this story to darker rumors, such as pressure from management to maintain a certain image in a way that is not always ethical. There is an opinion that members are forced to behave according to strict standards, sacrificing their personal freedom for the sake of popularity and financial gain. In this context, Jungkook's sadness could be a symbol of how heavy a burden they bear, as well as a reflection of the broader entertainment industry's system failure in maintaining the mental well-being of its artists. Ironically, this conflict also opened the eyes of many fans to the other side of a fandom that is often full of social pressures and unrealistic expectations. When the fans are too fanatical, they can actually become an additional source of pressure for their idols. The tension between the need to support and the desire to control becomes a difficult dilemma to overcome. Are we as fans mature enough to deal with the humans behind the magnificent screen? Or do we contribute to creating a storm that never subsides? In the end, the big question that keeps hanging around is, will Jungkook and Jimin be able to weather this storm without ruining their relationship? Or is this the beginning of a long-term separation? We as fans, with all the controversies and provocations that circulate, must learn to judge with heart and common sense, not just get caught up in emotions that are sometimes controlled by rumors and certain interests. Meanwhile, voices demanding clarification and transparency are growing louder. Many hope the agency or the members themselves would issue an official statement to calm the growing unease. However, in this world of strategic entertainment, sometimes silence is the chosen answer, which only makes the fire burn and the questions continue to spin endlessly. So, what exactly is going on behind the scenes? Is Jungkook really hurt because of Jimin? Or are there other more complicated and unexpected factors? We can only wait, while continuing to observe and criticize, without forgetting that every human being has a fragile side that they may not want to show to the world. One thing's for sure, this story isn't just about celebrities, but a reflection of how pressures, expectations, and reality often interact in ways that are never simple. While the public was torn between sympathy and skepticism, wild theories emerged that added heat to the atmosphere. Some dare to say that Jungkook's grief is not pure emotion, but a tool to build a certain narrative for the political benefit of fandom and agency marketing strategies. Allegations that BTS is deliberately playing internal dramas in order to continue to be the center of attention not only angered fans, but also raised big questions about the integrity of the group that has been adored. What if all we've seen so far is a neatly planned spectacle? On the other hand, some voiced strong criticism of toxic fandom, which actually made things worse. They accused some fans of being too controlling and forcing the members to always look perfect without gaps, thus creating tremendous mental pressure. In this context, the closeness between members can actually be a whip, not a consolation. Competition maintained by the media and fans is considered to trigger conflicts which are then used as material for public consumption, muddying the atmosphere and making it difficult to solve real problems. Deeper still, there is speculation that there is a power problem hidden behind the scenes. Is it true that there is a certain dominance within the group that causes an imbalance in the relationship? Some consider that this rift is a manifestation of the struggle for position and influence that has been tightly closed. Issues such as jealousy and injustice of treatment that have been hidden are now beginning to open up, even in the form of rumors that are not yet clear the truth. However, the effect was enough to destroy fans' perception of BTS's togetherness. Amidst all this, there are also controversies that touch on issues of media privacy and ethics. Could it be that we as spectators go too far in interfering in their personal affairs? Should their right to grieve and conflict always be treated as entertainment?